It's the activated AF1. First and foremost, I'm going to say peace, power, soul, and activation to the council. This is going to be the breakdown, the true meaning of the date 2/22/22. The true meaning of it. Give me 1 second. Let me share it to the council. Give me 1 sec so I can share it off to the council. Yes, we are. We are the United Futurtarians, and we're going to hit y'all off with this topic that a lot of people's on the cyberverse. They're pulling it up. They're pulling it 222. And the funny thing about it is, I told the Futurtarians that they're going to be on these dates like this. I told them that like 3, 4, well, 11, about 2 months ago. Told them they're going to be eating up these dates, and they don't even know what they mean. But y'all know we finna break these dates down, let y'all know what it means. See, when you add up all the twos, what do you have? You have a 6. Now, when you're dealing with the age of Aquarius and you added everything dealing with the twos is adding up to the 6. And then that's what's so funny. They was talking about Tuesday. I'm sitting, man, we sitting here watching it on the news, and we just crack it up because they have no choice. They have no choice but to tap into the intel. That's it. They don't have no choice. So then they use the 2 as Tuesday. So they use the 2 as Tuesday. And we sitting back like, this is funny as hell because they don't even know what it's talking about. But back to the topic, the true meaning of 2/22/22. Because I'm not even talking about on a date aspect. Not even talking about on a date aspect. 2/22/22. What is that? A code system. It's a code system that people think they're going to be tapped into, and they're not going to be tapped into it. Because the only ones that's going to be tapped into it is the ones that are receiving intel. That's it. FYI, sorry to crash on your parade and your party. Everybody that's talking about, they're going to always mix it in with spirituality, magic, and all this stuff that don't even mean nothing for the future. Because we're going to keep moving forward into the future regardless. Dealing with that date. That date is a critical date because that is a date. That really is a date of destruction. That is a date of destruction, not a date of spirituality, resurrection. What's the other one they be talking about? The whole two, because when you add them up, it equals the 6. Now remember, go back to the mental mind state. The mental mind state of what's being pushed right now at the present state. Go back to the mental mind state of what's being pushed right now in the present state. Everything that you see on the cyberverse is not for people that are regulars. Let me repeat myself. Everything you see on the cyberverse that's dealing with extension, dealing with futuristic, dealing with stuff that's going to move forward is not for everybody on the cyberverse. Put it like this. What does this date mean? I don't even want to say date, but I'm just going to say that because I know the majority of people are on the metafied mind process. So this date really means the upbringing of destruction. Why do you say that, AF1? Destruction of the mind frame. See, these people still walking around with the same mind frame, and they think that this date is actually this date is actually a code system, and they think that the code system's been put out for them. They think the code system's been put out for them to either tap in and use it for their own personal gain, but there's no personal gain dealing with evolution. Evolution is going to extend and evolve no matter what the date is. No matter what the date is, evolution is going to happen. Because when you add up all the twos, what is it? A 6. Now, if you break down the 6, what is a 6, AF1? A 6 is a circle with a curved 1. Because a 6 is really, you know what a 6 really is? This is what a 6 really is. Dealing with the physical projection of it. It is a square with the 1 sticking up. A square with the 1 sticking up. That is the original 6. Because it was a 1. You were breaking out the square, which is a circle, and going into what? A 1. So everything that you've been taught in your whole life, the hamster wheel, the square, running around the block. Remember you used to run around the block when you was a little kid? Where did you end up? Where did you end up? You ended up back at your house. So you did all that running and didn't go nowhere. You did all that running around the block and didn't go nowhere. It's the same thing dealing with the 6. That's why it represents the ones breaking out the circle. Who are the ones, AF1? Us. We the ones breaking out the circle, because ain't nobody else coming up with intel. Ain't nobody else pushing this stuff on this highly dimensional mind frame that can't be tainted or can't be manipulated for the agenda at hand. So going back to this date, man, this date is just a date. That's all it is. It's another date. It's another number. It's dealing with a code system. But when you look at it on a higher aspect, it's just another number. That's not a 1. It's just numbers that's not ones. That's all it is. Now, when you break up and you divide the 2s, if you divide the 2s, then you have 1s, but you have to divide them. You have to separate them, because ain't no separation over here. It's the ones with the ones. So this date actually means dealing with the age of Aquarius. This date actually means destruction. Destruction to what? The mind frames. Because everybody's representing that's spiritual, conscious, woke, whatever you want to call it. Everybody's trying to represent that right now in this day and time, because they already know, they feel the power and they feel the shift and they feel something happening. They feel something happening, but they think that it's for them. It's not for them. It's not for y'all. FYI. It's not for y'all. It's for the ones. Go back and look at our last broadcast that we had did on Podbeam. And no, not the last broadcast. The one before that. The one before that on Podbeam. And go check that one out. And we're telling everybody, man, what it is. People will get discouraged when they hear these videos because they don't mega stand that it's not for everybody. This is not for the planet. This is for certain ones to move the planet forward. That's what it's for. So when you're dealing with this date is just another date. It's just another date. Remember when you used to ask, I'm talking to all the men out there, when you used to ask a woman out on a date, why do they call it date, AF1? The reason why they call it date is because you would set a date to go see her. That's why it's called date, because you would set up a date. You'd be like, hey, what are you doing Wednesday? Oh, well, I'm not doing nothing Wednesday, this and that, you know. Oh, you know what? Is that the 12th? Yeah, that's the 12th. Oh, my fault. Yeah, I got something I gotta do on the 12th, but I'll hook up with you on the 14th. What's that? That's Friday, the 14th. That's where the term date comes from, because you're trying to hook up with that woman or with that man on a particular date. That's where that term comes from. So when you're going back to the 222, and everybody's, I'm talking about teachers that's on the internet. Everybody's going to talk about it's a power number, it's this and that, it's going to bring wealth, it's not going to bring nothing. The only thing it's going to bring is another number of the code system that really don't mean nothing. The number that meant something was 1111, dealing with November. Dealing with 1111. That number meant something because that's when the portals opened up again. And the future souls came through the portals again. Now they've been sitting in the atmosphere for I don't know how long, and people got to activate themselves to let them attach to themselves. Well, how you going to do that, AF1? You got to be around us. It's just that simple. It's just that simple, man. Putting the APB out. The APB out for the ones. Because at this stage and at this point, dealing with these videos and dealing with the cyberverse, there is nothing else. There literally is nothing else dealing with the APB sending the signals out to the ones. If you feel you a one, you need to be over here, or just go live your regular life. Go over there and live your regular life and be a regular citizen to society, and just see how your reincarnation goes. See how that goes for you. Because now everything's getting put on the forefront dealing with the age of Aquarius. Everything's getting put on the forefront dealing with the age of Aquarius. Numbers, yeah, they mean something. But when you're dealing with these people that's pushing this stuff, it's like y'all's pushing this stuff, but y'all ain't coming with no intel. Y'all's not coming with nothing futuristic. Y'all's not coming with next. I saw something on the cyberverse today, and it was talking about all these people got married on 2/22/22. I'm like, okay, and that don't mean you're gonna have that doesn't mean you're not gonna have no degenerate children. That ain't gonna be about shit. What do you mean by that, AF1? I'm talking about be about something for evolution on the planet. That's why we're looking for the ones. We're not looking for y'all regulars. We're not looking for your regular people. Because when people hear these videos, it's a repellent. It's a repellent because once they hear it, they're like, oh no, I'm not with that because we're not looking for you. That's why it's not for you, because we're not looking for you. We're not looking for, the simple-minded Joe Smo smut and just want to just be out in society and just live his regular life. You are a worker and a builder. That's your goal on the planet. Accept that role and move forward, and let the Futurtarians do our role so we can move the planet forward. It's just that simple. It's not rocket science. This is not trigonometry. This is not trigonometry. And as we going to continue moving forward, and our people going to continue moving forward, there's nothing nobody on this planet can do about it. It's over. It's a wrap. Checkmate. Checkmate. And that's how we're going to keep moving forward. Simple as that. Go back and look at all the people that was on the internet talking about 2/22/22, and really, did they move anything forward? Did they move the people of the mind forward? Are they talking about coming together? No, because they're individuals, and I always go to the teachers because they are the problem. They are the problem for the ones to find the right ones, the ones that are really genuine on moving stuff forward. They're the problem. Because what are they asking you for? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. What are they at? Oh, subscribe to my channel, family. Hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the what's the other one they got? Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Hit the Patreon. I'm on Patreon. They are as fallen angels. That's all they are, fallen angels, man. It is what it is. The age of Aquarius is putting everything on the forefront. The people that you thought that were genuine in teaching ain't nothing but parasites, leeches, vultures, and coyotes. I'm going to say coyotes because I like saying that one. So just moving back to 222. What is the 222? That equals the 6. The 6 or what? Breaking out the circle, turning into what? When you have a 6, I got to talk slow. I be talking too fast because people just, their minds are just so gone dealing with this meta process. They're the 6. You have the 6, you have the 0, you have the curved 1. What is the curved 1 breaking out of the circle of a 6? It equals you getting out the hamster wheel rat race mind frame. Now you're starting to do the 6. What the 6 is, the 6 is woke. It's at woke stage. The 6 is at woke stage. So when you're dealing with woke stage, you're still connected to the zeros. You're a 1, but you're still connected to the zeros. Now when you get to conscious stage, what happens? You break off the 0. You break off the 6. The curved 1. Now you break off of that. So now what are you? You're a 1, but you're around zeros. Because now you're looking at the world in a different aspect, a different angle, a different mind frame, a different propulsion. That's how you're looking at the world. So now when you realize that the people that you are, the people you're around are not on your mind frame, what's next after that? What's next after that? What's next after that is the ones with the ones. Same mind frame, same goal as individuals. Same mind frame, same goal as individuals. Then you see these people that's out here on the cyberverse. They're always talking about some stuff, man, that anything that's popular on the cyberverse, they take hold to it, and then they put the spirituality to it, and then they put the magic to it, and then they put anything they want to put to it, but they're not pushing no intel to it. And that's where they fall at. Because this is the point that we're at right now, man, because there's nothing else on the planet. It's either intel or information. If you want to go deal with information and be mentally stimulated by old doctrines, that's fine. Go do you. Nobody's flexing and telling you to go do something that you don't want to do. It's not the point that we're making over here. The point that we're making is, man, we're the ones at. This the APB out. This the signal sitting out, getting sent out to the ones. Which ones are you talking about? AF1, the ones that will be activated. And if you're not activated and you feel this, then you still need to be over here if you are 1. All these ones out on the planet take what is popular. When you're dealing with something that's popular, it doesn't matter. It might be a celebrity. It might be, because I've done it in the past. Don't get me wrong. I did one thing about AF1 way back on my YouTube channel. I did a video about Kobe Bryant when he had passed away. And it wasn't even about Kobe Bryant. The whole point I'm making is it was the simple fact I was talking about a celebrity. And I said to myself, and this is the next day after I did the video, I said, I'm not doing a video about a celebrity ever again after that. Because if you're activated, you'll know that it means nothing. Because they're not in the future. So why would you even put your energy into something that's not in the future? When they transition and they go, they have to when they signed up everything they signed up for, they got to deal with it. So that's why I never did a video about a celebrity or nothing like that ever since that video. That was one of the first videos I done was Kobe Bryant. I'm sitting here, and then the next day, I'm not even exaggerating, the next day I said, I said, Kobe Bryant? Then I broke down his number, how he had the 8, how he went from the 8, from the 24 to the 8. And man, you just gotta go look at that video. I'm not finna go break that down, dealing with the code system. Not finna break that down right now. That's a whole different topic. But everything that you see that's going on in this three-dimensional realm is happening for a reason. It's not random. It's not random. You have to be genuine in yourself, and you have to know that you have to figure out what's genuine and what's not. But see, when you're not activated, you can't figure it out. So then you go through the trials and tribulations of life, dealing with this three-dimensional prism, aka prison. Every day dealing with the same people over and over and over and over again, especially if you at the conscious level. If you at the conscious level, because then that's that stepping stone to activation. But a lot of people, majority of the people are not going to be activated. They can say they are, but they're not, because you have to show intel. Just like the brother Zarez had broke down when the brother Zarez was talking about when the children would come to class and they have to show and tell. Yeah, they were gathering recon. They wanted you to show your intel. But see, you're not activated, so y'all don't see that shit. They probably still got show and tell in classes right now. They're waiting for a kid to come up. They're waiting for a kid to come up in there, with a new app. With a new app or something that's just amazing. They're going to be like, oh, that was nice. Let me go ahead and make this phone call. He's too advanced. That's why we stress moving as a collective, moving as one body, one mind, one soul, and just keep moving. Because when you're dealing with this three-dimensional realm, man, there is nothing else. There is nothing else in this three-dimensional realm, man. It's all about intel, moving the planet forward, and that's it. Soul activation. Because we going past activation. You notice that we talk about activation in our last couple of videos, but we haven't really been pushing it, because now we're starting to receive something after activation. And then once we receive that, then everybody's going to be like, damn, they just keep receiving, because it's a sad situation when you see people take the intel and mix it in with information. It's a sad situation. That's like taking some old beef and mixing it with new beef and trying to feed somebody a burger. You think they're going to taste the old beef, or they're going to taste the new beef? Yeah, they're going to taste the new beef. Psych, they're going to taste the old beef. That's what beef they're going to taste. That's why we're just going to keep moving forward, man. We're just going to keep moving forward, moving as a collective, one body, one mind, one soul, one activation. Going back to 2/22/22. What is that? That ain't nothing. Just a damn number. Ain't nobody getting activated on this day. Tell me somebody that got activated on 2/22/22. Activation is the only way that your generation is going to move forward dealing with the so-called black race. That's the only way. Going back to being selfish. Being selfish, just worried about your family and your household. That's selfish. You're not worrying about your grandbabies, your great grandbabies, your great great grandbabies, your great 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 grandbabies, your great great. You're not worried about them. So that makes you selfish, because the activation and moving as a collective, that's the only way it's going to happen. It's not going to happen being individuals. Individuality will always be crushed by the all. What is the all? That's the A, generation alpha. What is the two L's? The 11. This is not nothing new. It's new to people on this planet, but we've been through this for millenniums. Everything that we've been going through and been spitting on the cyberverse, man, we've been through this for millenniums. Because in order for us to keep forward into the future, we have to come back and put everybody back in alignment in the past, so we can stay first in the future. That's why I said generation alpha, generation A, generation to reset. There is nothing nobody else on this planet can do about it. When you're dealing with religion, when you're dealing with people that's running the planet, nobody can do nothing about mind power. They always can do something on a physical level. Always remember that. They can always do something on a physical level, but always remember they're taking orders from a hierarchy also. So who's worthy to be protected and who's worthy not to be? That is the question. That's something that you're going to have to deal with, because like I said before, that's why we're looking for the ones, the Avengers, the mental Avengers. That's it. If you're a rapper and you want to enhance your metaphors and enhance your skills, what you're going to do, you're going to be around other rappers. If you're a dancer and you're dancing, what you're going to do, you're going to dance and be around other dancers. Now, if you receiving intel and you coming with futuristic shit to move the planet forward, who you going to be around? Who you going to move with? Who you going to conversate with? Who you going to keep in contact with on a consistent level to keep shit moving forward? You're going to be around the ones that's on your mental level. This is not rocket science or trigonometry. This is real simple. This is what they feared coming out the black race. Never been the black race. They always dropped guns in your hood and did all that stuff because they feared. They knew once the activated ones came up out of there that we were untouchable. There's nothing you could do about this. Either you're over here or you're not. Because when you're dealing with the first ones on the planet will be the last ones to leave. I told y'all the souls came through the portal. This is the APB out looking for the ones. If you feel you are one, you need to be over here. If not, then just go ahead and just live your regular life and be a regular. And just be a regular and just sit on your deathbed. Be a regular and just sit on your deathbed and just be wondering, did I do everything in my life? I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't did everything in my life. But when you hear these videos, after this, nothing else should resonate to you. Because there is nothing else. When you're dealing with old doctrines, stuff that's old, stuff that's been wrote by the Greco-Roman priests, tainted. Got brothers walking around with Dragon Ball Z outfits on, talking about they the chosen ones. Talking about, I hope I'm from the elect. That sounds like a Harry Potter book. When you're dealing with mind power, shit to move shit forward. Everybody has an agenda on this planet. You have to figure out what scale you on. What scale you going to be teeter-totter to. Are you going to be up here? Are you going to be down there? Are you going to be balanced? That's why when Thanos used to go through the universe, what was Thanos doing? He was balancing out. What is the equal sign? The equal sign is an 11. That's why our number is the 11. The ones walking with the ones. 11, 11, 11. Now everybody's talking about 2, 22, 22. And it means nothing to the power of 11, 11, 11. The power of 11, 11, 11 is going to always crush that. There's nothing nobody on this planet can do about it. It is game over. It's a wrap. People have to realize and understand that when we signed up for this before we even came back here. You think we wanted to come back to this three-dimensional bullshit, this three-dimensional realm? You think we wanted to come back here? Somebody had to do it because in order for the future ones to stay in the future, you have to come back and control the past. This is not rocket science. Mind power has never been about the physical warfare. Physical warfare will never win. When I look at the so-called black race buying all these guns, strapping up this and that, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Because if your mind frame's on that, what I mean by, I'm not saying don't protect yourself. What I'm saying is if you think that if you buy 100 guns and, 100,000 ammunition, and you think that's going to save you from the future, that's how you know you're not in the future, because you're thinking on a physical aspect, because we all will transition and die one day. That's going to happen. But what's your deathbed going to look like? Are you going to be in pain? Are you just going to be sitting there talking regular and then all of a sudden, that last breath just go? See, this is the stuff that people don't talk about on the internet, because all these teachers that's on the internet are full of shit. Out of a cow's ass on a goddamn farm in fucking Nebraska. And we putting them all on the forefront dealing with the age of Aquarius. This is not a game. This is real. You have a chance to extend your soul into the future. You have a chance right now. This is not fucking religion. Religion took this shit and mixed it up with bullshit. Do you want to be focused on here? Focused on 222-22? And have all these damn fallen angels sit there and loop y'all's minds and act like everything that they're talking about, that's something that's popular going through the cyberverse. Something that's popular going through the cyberverse, and act like that shit's gonna move your soul into the fucking portal. What are you gonna leave behind? What are you gonna leave behind? Are you gonna leave some fucking life insurance? Your house? Some cars? Some money? Are you going to leave mind power? Are you going to leave that? Or are you going to leave mind power for the future ones that come after you? It's the age of Aquarius. Everything is going to get put on the forefront, dealing with pastors, dealing with teachers, dealing with organization leaders, dealing with movement leaders, dealing with everybody that think that what they're doing is going to move stuff forward, but ain't nobody on the internet talking like this. This is a one in a time. Why do you think that we call ourselves the ones? You thought that shit was random? This is a one shot. Like what Eminem say, you only get one shot to the whatever the fuck that motherfucker was saying. But you only get one shot with dealing with this one in this era. In this era, this day and time, man. You hear these videos, you hear the brother Zaraeus' videos, brother AF1, the Cosmos starting to put videos in here and there. There is nothing else, because now the veil has been pulled over. The veil has been pulled over. There's no feeding the dog under the table no more. You're going to have to put that meat on the table and let everybody in that room see you feed that dog on top of the table. This is what we're moving to, and this is a state of global, it's a state of global emergency. There is nothing nobody on this planet can do about this. This is checkmate. Checkmate. When you're dealing with souls, if our mission's not done on this planet, we will come back and it will get worse. Accept it, bow down, and let the planet move forward. Accept it, bow down, and let the planet move forward. What are you talking about? Bow down, AF1, not on your knees. Bow down mentally. Because there is nothing else dealing with Google, Siri, Alexa, Webster dictionaries, encyclopedias, and books. Covered everything. Do you need some help with that? Oh, my fault. Documentaries. Nail in the coffin. It's always been about intel. It's always been about the ones. That's why it's called portals. Because when we came back from the future, when our souls came through the portal, it was porting intel. That's why the word portal, when you go in the Webster dictionary, it doesn't say that. Google, Siri, and Alexa don't even say that. The mind is always going to be one step of artificial intelligence if you let it. You have to be activated. What is activation, AF1? Junk DNA. Why do you think they call it junk? There was a strain missing, the seen and the unseen. That's why the strain gets attached to you to make you activated. What does activation equal? It equals untouchable. The shit that they feared. Why do you think they dropped guns in your neighborhoods, drugs and all that stuff dealing with the black race? They didn't want this to happen, but it already happened. It's the age of Aquarius. It's the Alpha. Generation Alpha is back from the future. Peace, power, and soul. I got the brother, Zarias, in the building. Shout out to the brother Zarias in the building. Peace, power, and soul to the brother Zarias. You want to tap in? Go ahead.
Yes, peace, power, soul, and activation to Brother AF1, to us as the council, wonderful and powerful live, the true meaning of 22222. Again, check us out every Monday and Tuesday here on Podbean as FUTURTARIANS Activation Channel and the Next Nuclear Radio Show at 8:30 CST. Brother AF1 goes Monday and Tuesday, 8:30 CST, and then the Next Nuclear Radio Show hosted by me, Z-Rayas, our Nuclear, ultimately on Wednesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays at 8:30 CST. So yes, we are once walking with synchronized intelligence. So going back with today's topic at hand, the true meaning of 22222. So yes, a lot of people, again, like we keep on consistently seeing, they're trying to attribute some kind of energy or some kind of power of them, what you say, downloading, because all they're doing is downloading more information, trying to, what you say, be tapped into something. Well, what they're ultimately tapped into with and it shows you with the number 22222, ultimately that's secondary energy, that secondary frequency, that lunar frequency that ultimately is going to keep them, again, in second place, while we're in first, moving in next, moving spontaneous next now. So yes, no more.
Yeah,
Again,
yes, Zarias.
this is just more so a hoax, more so just another distraction. That, again, it's crazy that even people, even online, Google and all these other so-called sites, artificial, what you say, information on what you say sites, we're not ultimately sharing, well, talking about this particular day. So it ultimately shows you that, again, if the internet is talking about this particular day, then it really has no, again, it's not really anything, what you say, serious, or anything that we as activated souls and minds really give a fuck about, because today it's like a regular day. We're just moving forward. We're pulling in intel, bringing forth, again, extended intelligence by way of, again, our solargy and our collectivity as once, walking once. So, yeah, like I said, and like we're going to keep saying, people going to, like I said, what's next? People talking about the whole, because at first it was what, 1/11/2022, and then again, even before, like all these so-called, what you say, numbers, because a lot of these people who are infatuated with, like, what, 222, 11, all these, again, they're infatuated with the whole numerology, which is still information. They're still caught up in the information that is, again, only going to keep them going into a dead end with more information. Again, more questions that can't be answered because the information again was to keep you going from point A to Z instead of again going from point A to point A like we're doing as activated souls and minds next now. So the true meaning of 22222 again, just know that again a lot of these people who are again of the spiritual and conscious movements, they're only attributing their souls and minds or their spirits and minds and energies to again that lunar energy, secondary moon energy. We recently had a full moon, so again, all of that secondary lunar energy residue is still what you say permeating in the atmosphere. Like a lot of people are again just letting that what you say further fuel them, and again they're gonna crash, and they've already crashed into their brick wall and don't even notice it yet. Because again, what's next? Okay, what's next? I'm telling you, within like give it a couple weeks from now, or again next month, what else they're gonna be talking about? Nothing more, so more information, nothing to really move the planet forward, nothing to really what you say extend the souls and minds of generation alpha, or again these newborns coming forth next now. So again what we're bringing forth here as the United Futuritarians is only going to extend your soul and mind forward. Again, if you're hearing this and if you've been hearing our last 50 lives, come on now, our last 50 lives have been on point because we're truly tapped in. Again, nobody's talking about any damn thing. Again, they're talking about being revolutionary instead of being evolutionary. Again, y'all talking about, again, I'm telling you, look, let's mark this as the day that again, let's say next year, people are gonna be doing the same shit. They're gonna be talking about the same shit. We kid you not. They're gonna be saying the same shit. Yeah, two, or again, they're gonna try to attribute some kind of what you say, energy or something special going to happen. No, for the same ones that were talking about what was the year 12 21 20, talking about that would be the year and the day that we would get our advanced powers. We'd be like the Incredible Hulk and the Human Torch, all these superheroes and shit, and nothing happened. Again, y'all just brushed it under the rug and then act like nothing happened. Y'all sat up there, and again, y'all up there just blowing, just smoke up everybody's ass. And again, y'all ain't saying shit. Where's the evolution? Where's the soul and mind extension? The true meaning of 22222 again is nothing. Nothing happened. Oh, it's again. This is a regular day, an ordinary day. Again, ordinary, because again, ordinary for the ones who are not thinking of it as a extended day, because again they're caught up in that for ordinary is the whole loop, that circle. So, Brother F, when you want to take over, go ahead, brother. But yeah, again, nothing's really happening. Again, it's all a smoke screen to have those ones still looped in mentally, soulfully. Yeah, really.
Wonderful breakup. See, that's why we move as a collective body. Because I didn't even catch that. Zarez caught that. See, that's what happens when you move as a collective. Yeah, because that's secondary. 222 is telling you it's a secondary dealing with lunar energy, because in order for you to see the moon, what energy hits the moon so you can see it? That is the sun. The sun hits the moon so you can see the moon. If the sun wasn't there, you wouldn't be able to see the moon. You won't be able to see the moon without the sun. That's why the moon's secondary. That's secondary energy. That's why when you're dealing with mankind, they count in seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. It's the age of Aquarius, man. Everything's getting put on the forefront. They count in seconds because they're talking about the lunar energy. It's supposed to be 1-1, 1-2, 1-3, 1-4, 1-5, 1-6, 1-7, and so forth. See, because when you're dealing with mind power, man, and you're dealing with souls, activated souls, man, there's nothing else can be hidden no more. Nothing else can be hidden no more, man. Like, that's why we be chilling, man. Me and the Futurtarians, man. Shout out to Brother Cosmos, Brother Bill, Brother Sunship, Brother Zarez. We just be chilling, man, because we be sitting back in the cut laughing at everything, because we know that anybody who's worth being salvaged will be salvaged. The ones who's not won't be salvaged. You're just gonna have to fend for yourself. You're gonna have to fend for yourself and your family. Sometimes your immediate family, will throw you at the wayside. That's just how it is, man. When you go through a situation, let your rent be due and you lost your job. You lost your job 2 weeks before your rent's due, and go to your family and ask them. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who has. I'm not talking about somebody who's spoiled, got a spoon in their mouth. I'm talking about reality of a normal life, and just go see and go ask somebody. You go ask your cousin. He can have $9,000 in the bank. Your rent $1,200, and look at the percentage rate. What's the percentage of your cousin paying your rent, knowing that you just lost your job and you're still looking for a job? What is the percentage of your cousin paying your rent, knowing, well, not even knowing, but he got $9,000 in the bank. He can help you with $1,200. What's the percentage of him just be like, you know what, I got you, man. I got you this month, this and that. Because he's going to think in the back of his head like, damn, he ain't even working on a job. Like, I'm going to pay his rent this month. And then he still might be homeless next month. That's why we move as a collective, man. We move as one body, one mind, one soul, because, man, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse on y'all. It's going to get worse on y'all, man. You know, and it's a sad thing to say, but that's reality. That's reality, because when you're dealing with the age of Aquarius, man, it's destroy and rebuild. Who's going to be destroyed and who's going to be not destroyed during the rebuild process? During the rebuild process. And shout out to the brother Zareas, man, with the secondary, because I didn't even catch that. Zareas. When you had broke that down, that was, man, woo, that was fire. Yeah, that's secondary energy. And see how many people on the internet right now, I don't care who they is, that's on the internet, all these teachers with all these subscribers, man. Look how they pushing the 222 and trying to move it into spirituality, wealth, money, and all that shit, man. That shit don't mean nothing, man. Money ain't never mean nothing, because black people have money. But why they still at the bottom of the fucking barrel? So it's never been about money. It's always been about the minds. It's always been about the collective. It's always been about moving stuff forward. Separating yourself from BS. You still want to dibble dabble around BS and not be consistent, because it's all about consistency. It's all about consistency, man, because you know, the consistency is what's going to move shit forward. When people are not consistent, then that's a red flag right there. Especially on something that you know that is going to move shit forward. People have to understand, Megastan, that they have to understand the role that they play on the planet. The role that you play on the planet has consequences to it. Because see, when I say consequences can be an extended thing or a bad thing. So people hear the word consequence, they're like, oh shit, I'm finna get intervened. No, it could be a great thing, or it could be a bad thing. It could be an extended or not. Because what you do right now in this day and time, when the cyberverse is out, the cyberverse came out because now one of the reasons why the cyberverse came out is because there's no more excuses. When you're laying on your deathbed, there ain't gonna be no more excuses once these videos start circulating. Once these videos start circulating, ain't gonna be no more excuses on your deathbed. Ain't gonna be no more. And I'm not even talking about religion. This is the real deal Holyfield. This is the real deal Holyfield. There is nothing else, man. There is nothing else on this planet that's going to move the planet forward. Why do you think that when you're dealing with the so-called black race, when they was tapping into the upper dimensions and then tapping back out? Give me some examples, AF1, the internet. Who invented the internet? Who invented peanut butter? Who invented the stoplights? All this stuff is because they tapped in for a moment, but they didn't stay up there. You have to stay up there. You have to be around like-minded ones to keep it going. If you're by yourself, you're gonna tap in. You're gonna be like, oh shit. Well, I just came out with a new laptop. Bam, you're gonna be like, damn, the new laptop. You're gonna be like, dude, you're gonna be content with that. Then you're gonna tap out and you're gonna just make your money off your laptop. If you're around people that's on your same mind frame, it's gonna be consistent. It's gonna keep rolling in. This is what they fear. Because that individuality stuff, that's why I said in that live about a month and a half ago, I said we're all individuals, but we're moving on the same frequency. We're all individuals moving on the same frequency. Give you an example. When the brothers of Reyes right now just broke down the 222 as being secondary. I ain't even catch that. Did it? But that's what happens when you move as a collective. So Fire Live, it's the activated AF1. We are the United Futurtarians. Peace, power, and soul to the council. I'm going to let the brothers of Reyes close out, and then we're going to get up out of here. You can catch us tomorrow on Zareyas' channel, Next Nuclear Radio on Podbeam. You can also catch them on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. It's not hard to find us. The United Futurtarians. It's not hard to find us. All you need to know is United Futurtarians and the Futurtarian Activation Channel. That's all you need to know to find us. Because if you're really genuine and you really want to be moving forward into the future, your soul into the future, because we from the future. People thinking like, oh, who they think they are? They talking out the side of their neck? No, because we done sat here and seen stuff. We done talked stuff into existence. We done seen stuff, and we don't tell everybody on the internet because everything's not for the internet. So peace, power, so I'll let the brothers of Reds close out.
Yes, wonderful topic, wonderful breaking by Brother AF1. Again, we go live every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday as Futurtarians Activation Channel. On Monday and Tuesday at 8:30 CST, and Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday as the Next Radio Show. Again, same time, 8:30 CST. So again, my last remarks when it comes to this topic, the true meaning of 22222. Again, this is their day for all those selfies, for all those me kind of people. Yeah, this is your day, tapping into that little energy again, because again, that only matters to them. It doesn't matter to us, what the world is talking about when it comes to this particular day. Because again, they just made this shit up. It just proves to you that again, it don't mean nothing. They will cater to y'all mental illnesses just to keep y'all fucking looped, and it just shows you every fucking time, every time. The true meaning of 22222. Again, we'll just call this, mark this down in our books as the Goofy Loopy Day. The Goofy Loopy Day, because again, y'all being looped by again the secondary energy. Seriously, like I'm telling you, because at this point, moving forward, we are the ones walking only bringing forth power. You can't gain power or again extended power off of secondary energy. So there is no power in alternative energy. There is no power. I mean, again, in this dimension, but in the fourth dimension, there is no AC. It's all DC. It's all ones walking with ones, or the 11,111 to the 111 power. That further extension, that further raising of power, that further ascending and expansion, that fourth foundational expansion, fourth foundational coding as far as our building and constructing of these upper and would you say next spaces and places, again, next suns, next galaxies, again, beyond this space and place that we're ultimately in control of as creators and explorers. We're always in that editor seat. Again, we're not talking about worshiping no deities, worshiping no Anunnaki, worshiping again, we're not deifying any goddamn body, because we are the ones. We're the true power. We're the future coming back here to again wake up y'all asses. Wake up. for those right ones. For everybody else who wants to be a teacher, who wants to be a me, or a selfie, you selfazoids, all y'all. Again, y'all can have this. Again, we're not mad, but all we're saying is, again, from a future standpoint, y'all are tapped in. It all makes sense. Y'all are tapped into the lunar energy with secondary energy. Again, the rays are basically always going to light up the moon, because again, the moon is just a big ass rock. It won't truly emit its own energy until those activated ones come and actually activate that future ship, like Brother F1 said. But that's all we gonna say about that, because y'all ain't ready for that kind of intelligence yet. Because again, it's we have to basically baby feed y'all slowly, because again y'all can't really digest what the future really is, because y'all still skeptical. Y'all still feel like, oh, we're just saying shit to just be saying shit, but no, it's reality. So, with that being said, peace, power, soul, activation. We are ones walking ones walking ones. Again, this is only, again, just a smoke screen. Again, just wait to see what happens tomorrow. I'm telling you, y'all fall for any goddamn thing. Y'all some goofy loopies being looped. Because y'all goofy as hell. Double O, triple O, quadruple O. The O's. So, yeah.
Yep, the goofy loopies. Yeah, man. There's man just being speechless, because when you know the future, and it's just like people just don't want to. They just don't want to. That's the funny thing. The funny thing about it, because when you said they're selfies, because they are selfies, man. They are selfies. They're not thinking about their great grandbabies, their great great grandbabies, their great 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 grandbabies, their great 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 grandbabies. So you're selfish. You're really selfish. Because the first ones on the planet will be the last ones to leave. Peace, power, and souls to activated AF1. Shout out to the council members, all the council members that we have within the United Futurtarians. We're going to keep moving forward. Catch us tomorrow, 8:30 CST Central Time, and we're going to hit y'all with another topic. And if you feel you are one, contact us on Facebook. All you got to do is tap in Futurtarian. Peace, power, and soul.